So very good afternoon to you. My name is Gagan Verma and I am from Polycom. I look after the government business for Polycom. So I am here today to talk about the connected to collaborative government, how the visual communication gives an actual impact in the entire governance, in the e-governance. How can we actually see the impact of visual communication in all those applications? So there was a time when video conferencing, the traditional advantages of video conferencing used to be time, cost, risk and carbon emissions. But gone are those days, and there are actual applications which have come up since last 4 or 5 years in the video conferencing, in the visual communication space. Like you see President Obama during his visit having a citizen engagement with the villagers in Rajasthan. So you can actually see the impact. And I would also like to cite one more example. During the Osama bin Laden attack, so the White House people were actually able to see the entire operation live. So, and they were able to pass the instructions live. So this is what the impact of visual communication comes. I will again here give one example. Suppose if you have an audio conference call today probably at 5 o'clock in the evening. So you will see people tend to follow not that kind of disciplined approach. There will be people who would be attending to that conference call while surfing on the net, while checking an email. But once if you fix a time that 5 o'clock, I need to have a review. Or if suppose there are a lot of bureaucrats here, a lot of senior government officers, in case if they fix a time, and I'm sure they do, a lot of district magistrates, a lot of senior people. And today we have one of the main architects of SWAN, Mr. Ashish Sanyal, who has actually designed the SWANs. You can actually see the entire communication and the entire impact of visual communication happening. Suppose if a DM says that every morning 9:30 I would like to have a VC with the BDOs, or if the Chief Secretary says 9:30 Monday every week I would like to have review with all the DMs. So you can actually see the peer pressure coming up. Next you will see if 9:30 a DM is reaching, you will see people down below reaching at the office at 8:30. So you tend to follow a disciplined approach. This is how the productivity improves. I would like to give an example. A few days back, I was there in Department of Income Tax. I happened to see a conference call. There were 70 sites which were connected. Chairman CBDT was taking review of all the chief commissioners. So he was pinpointing, Commissioner Bihar, your revenue is more, and he was giving actually addressing down to Commissioner Jharkhand that how is your revenue lesser than Bihar. So you actually see the peer pressure which is coming up. This is what the actual impact of visual communication comes. So we have applications like telemedicine. Today you see a lot of shortages of good doctors coming. So good doctors can actually sit in the cities giving instructions remotely to the junior doctors or giving a first level of treatment to the patients via telemedicine. We have emergency control centers where the entire thing today, like a telepresence or a real experience, it can be, entire thing can have CCTV coverage in this. It can integrate it with the CCTV cameras. It can integrate it with the live news channels. So you can actually see an emergency control room giving instructions live while talking to everybody on the field. So the agenda is trends and challenges of the collaborative government, the mission critical applications. So these are the trends generally which the government tend to follow. Everybody wants today more with less, in the sense everybody wants more productivity with less of the resources. So this is where the visual communication plays a major role. So today if you see, the main thrust of the government is large infrastructure projects. A chairman of an organization, he cannot go to each and every site. However, he can have a periodic review with each and every project managers. And if the project manager also sees that a chairman is directly reviewing it, so there is a tend to have a lot of disciplined approach which comes up in the entire cycle. And as somebody says, people spoke today, so one need to have a top-down approach. If they see a senior man using such, everything comes down automatically. Challenges, e-governance, compliance, productivity, efficiency. So these are all challenges. And a typical example of this is jail and court. So you see in today's environment, how much money a visual collaboration system saves when you see prisoners, instead of going from the jail to the court, the entire thing can be done on the visual communication. So such is the impact today. Just few days back I was giving a lecture in Goa. So there were two senior people from UP also, and one was the SIO of UP. So he gave me a typical problem. He said, he said, lot of time people say, I mean, the hardcore criminals, they are still hesitant to talk less on the VC because they are not able to see in front of the judge who and all are sitting. So this is where the solutions will come up for the future also. Now coming to this collaboration, the visual communication journey, we have solutions which starts right from the desktop level, from the audio conferencing level, and it goes right up to the telepresence. And in fact, if you see, the entire cycle today is moving from hardware to software. So today we can have a VC from your iPads, from your iPhones, and everything is freely downloadable from the net. You can actually see any-to-any communication coming up, and one of the key application, one of the key USP is, apart from simplicity to use, is open standard, wherein the entire thing is interoperable with every systems. So these are the drivers today of visual communication. Today you see, we expect, and this is as per the Gartner report, we expect 320 million tablets to be sold by 2015. So you will gradually see cameras coming on these tablets. You will see the mass adoption of visual communication happening in next 2 to 3 years. People are already talking about 4G. You can actually see on the iPads, on your tablets, you can actually have a video call. Gartner predicts that cloud computing market by 2020 would be 241 billion. So just see the value it carries today. Similarly, on the social connected sites like Facebook, Google, Twitter, or YouTube, so you have a very different impact when it comes to visual communication. So collaborative government, as I told you, video conference or visual communication helps in collaborating all the departments. Whether it is utilities, transport, education, healthcare, decisions can be taken very fast when the thrust is there from the top. So you can actually see, you can actually share all the data. I mean, today if the Chief Secretary of the state decides to have a review of different departments at periodical interval of times, he will see actually, and we have seen a lot of adoption. There was a time, I've been in this industry now for last 10 years. There was a time when there was hardly any adoption of video conferencing in government except NIC. But today you see a lot of major public sector undertakings giving thrust on these projects, lot of state governments giving thrust on these projects on their own. Earlier it used to be only NIC what used to do the things on their own on video conferencing. 5-6 years back when the SWAN initiative happened, so independently with the help of the central government, the SWANs were designed and video was there in this as a productivity tool. So we have today the entire model. It starts from the mobile, it goes right up to the telepresence. So telepresence is a real experience. It is a room within a room. I mean, it gives an experience whether there are two people who are sitting just right across the table. If suppose I am there in Mumbai, you are there in Delhi. So the experience will come as if we are there on the same table. So this is how the entire thrust can be given, and it can be used on different applications. For example, distance learning. So I mean, I'll again cite an example of NKN, National Knowledge Network. So just see today, each of the IITs are having a parent-child relationship. So new IITs coming up like IIT Guwahati and IIT Kharagpur. So IIT Kharagpur is acting as a parent to IIT Guwahati. So teachers at IIT Kharagpur, they train students of IIT Guwahati because there is huge shortage of the senior faculty staff. So this is where you see the new applications of telepresence coming up, which can actually see and improve on the e-governance side. Yeah, I'll do it. Yes, sir. So this is the telepresence which I was talking about. So you can actually see the real experience. Similarly, all the departments communicating as a video as a service. So we have all kind of facilities today. If you want to address your organization, the entire address can be streamed live. It can be recorded, it can be streamed live. So these are the different applications: department collaboration, engagement, mobility, hiring, recruitment, education. These are the citizen services which I spoke about. emergency management, which I said, so decisions can be taken at the drop of the hat. The entire CCTV cameras can be integrated, live TV news channels can be integrated in the same screen wherein the key decision makers are there. So this is a slide wherein you can actually see different sites all over the world connected. So you can actually see 64 sites in this connected together. And if you go through, you can see the CCTV coverage, the live feed from a station. So these things can be used as an emergency room, control room, or a war room. Similarly, we follow the entire judicial process, wherein the entire thing, right from investigation and arrest, prosecution and trial, sentencing, everything can be done. I would also like to give an example. This is a futures courtroom, wherein you can actually see a real presence room sitting and you can actually communicate with the different jails. So this is what I have today. Thanks. And before ending it, I would like to invite you, we have our solution briefing center in Gurgaon, as well as 2 new centers are coming up in Mumbai and Bangalore. So whenever you're towards Gurgaon, please give us a chance to actually show you the entire applications live, and you can meet our subject matter experts, whether it is in IT, ITS, whether it is in manufacturing, utilities, you can actually see and get your business problem solved. Thanks.